Hello everyone. Usually I start with theme cards, but I'm wanting to start with the tarot this time. And we'll go from there. Okay, don't know how that got turned around, but the Lovers was there facing upright in the deck. Okay. Everything is in reverse. So is these two, Emperor and Ten of Pentacles. This looks like an inability to reclaim your power. I say reclaim, but it kind of feels like you're not aware of your gifts and talents and abilities. It feels, from the looks of it, it seems like somebody who is resting on their laurels, or for some of you it might be a sense of giving up, or it also feels like a sense of passivity, or you may be in some sort of position where you feel a bit powerless. I'm getting the phrase, somebody's got your balls. Like, I'm sorry if there's really something going on that's not very funny. But it's like this imagery of someone having you in a vulnerable position, or something having you in a vulnerable position where you feel as though you can't speak up for yourself or lead your own life. There's a sense of a loss of autonomy, or maybe you are giving up your power in some sort of way. Could be financially, you're reliant on someone. The thing is, upright, these cards are really amazing cards. So it almost feels as though there's an inability to see yourself clearly and your potential. There's a feeling of disillusionment, possibly by an exchange of words with someone, or a conversation that you may have had with somebody, a disagreement, something along those lines where it completely knocked you down in a lot of ways. Maybe this person was a little bit condescending in the way that this went. It kind of reminds me of a situation I had with somebody where they said some things that made me completely doubt what I was doing, and they were trying to express it in a way of care, but later I found out that that was not the case. Their intention was a lot different than that. So there could be, I'm hearing standing your ground, and I'm also getting the image of somebody walking away from a conversation or even a connection or interaction with someone at this time. It might be more of a distraction or a hindrance on you being able to see yourself and your potential than it is a benefit. There's also a bit of hiding yourself as well, even hiding your accomplishments and accolades, as if I have my window open and there's some people talking. They're actually fishing, like right across my window. So hopefully you can't hear that. They're not super loud, but I can hear them. So yeah, it seems like either the situation or a past situation where there was some words exchanged that put you down. This could be the reason that you're not seeing yourself clearly, maybe because you spent a lot of time hiding a lot of the things that you're capable of or the things that you have done, or maybe they're even hidden to yourself. This also reminds me of someone who doesn't know how to celebrate themselves. Maybe other people celebrating themselves is really triggering to you. And so some of these things, like being in the spotlight, maybe even showing off a little bit, or some people like flexing, when somebody's like flexing on other people and like showing what they have and what they bought themselves and stuff like that. Maybe that kind of stuff turns you off or even triggers you in a way. Like you might even find yourself around people or friends with people who do this often, and you just don't understand why they're like that. Like you tolerate it, but I feel like you have an aversion to this because you for whatever reason do not celebrate yourself enough or even acknowledge the accomplishments that you've had. I can even see this as somebody who doesn't really splurge on themselves very much. You might be a little bit stingy, and it's similar to how you may be when it comes to sharing yourself authentically. Maybe it's hard for you to be vulnerable, and that could also spread and bleed into vulnerable with the things that you like to do, again, with your accomplishments, with the way that you lead your life. Maybe you think that it's better to be easygoing than to be an assertive or I want to say aggressive person, but I'm thinking that you